Lesson 9. Mean and variance of the population and sampling distribution of the sample means. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to find the mean, variance, and even the standard deviation of our population, and the mean, variance, and standard deviation of our sampling distribution of the sample means. In solving, we're going to use or need the following formulas. For the population mean, the formula is the mean is equal to the sum of x all over n. Now for the sample means, the formula in finding the mean is the mean of the sample means is equal to the sum of the sample means times the probability of the sample means. For the population variance, the formula is variance is equal to the sum of x minus mean squared over n. And for the sample means variance, the formula is equal to the sum of the probability of the sample means times sample mean minus computed mean squared. For the population standard deviation, the formula is equal to the square root of sum times sum of x minus mean squared all over n. Basically, we're just going to find the square root of our population variance. And for the standard deviation of the sample means, the formula is the square root of the sum of the probability of our sample means times the sample mean minus mean squared. For our example, consider a population consisting of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Samples of size 2 are drawn from this population. To start with, let's identify our population size. N is equal to 5. That's our population size since there are 5 variables in our populations. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now for the sample size, our sample size is 2 since samples of size 2 are drawn from the population. Now let's start solving for the parameters of our population. And let's start solving for the mean. The formula in finding the mean is equal to sum of x over n. Now remember that x are the variables that are inside the population, and the variables here are 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So we're just going to add all of them. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 all over our n is equal to 5. That's our population size. So we add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. The sum is 15 divided by 5. So 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. That's the mean of our population. Now remember, our population size is 5 and mean is equal to 3. Now let's solve for the variance of the population. The variance is given by the sum of x minus mean squared over n. So here's what we're going to do. All the values of x, we will subtract our mean 3 from it. So variance is equal to 1 minus 3 squared plus 2, which is our second x, minus the mean 3 squared plus 3 minus our mean that is 3 squared plus 4 minus 3 squared plus 5 minus 3 squared over our population size that is 5. So let's simplify. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. You square it, that's 4. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. Negative 1 squared is 1. Plus 3 minus 3 is 0. 0 squared is 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 squared is 1. And 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So we have 4 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 4 divided by 5. The sum is equal to 10. 10 divided by 5 is now equal to 2. Hence, the variance of our population is equal to 2. Now let's go to the standard deviation. Remember that our population size is 5, the mean is 3, and our population variance is equal to 2. For the standard deviation, we are given the formula square root of the sum of x minus mean squared over n. Basically, we're just taking the square root of our variance. So since our variance is 2, so the standard deviation is equal to square root of 2, and it's equal to 1.41. Now let's proceed to our sample means. Remember that our population is equal to 5 and the size of our sample is equal to 2. We're going to use both of these values in finding our sample means. So to start with, we must first create our sampling distribution for our sample means. So to start finding for the mean, first we create our sampling distribution again. So just like what we learned in lesson 8, let's first identify the total number of samples that we can get from our population. So we use the formula, number of samples is equal to population size factorial minus sample size factorial times n minus n factorial. Now we substitute the values of our capital letter N and small letter n. So that's 5 factorial over 2 factorial times 5 minus 2 factorial. Simplify further, that's 5 factorial over 2 factorial times 3 factorial. So to simplify, we just need to multiply 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 divided by 2 times 1 times 3 times 2 times 1. That's equal to 120 divided by 12. 120 divided by 12 is equal to 10. Hence, we can say that there are 10 possible samples that we can get from our population of size 5. Now, for step 2, we're going to create a table for our samples and their corresponding means. So here, we list all the samples of size 2 from our population. So we have 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 3, 5, and 4, 5. Now, to get the sample means, we just need to add our samples and then divide it by 2. Like for the first one, we add 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. And then 3 divided by 2, it is equal to 1.5. Next, 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. Next, 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. 5 divided by 2, that's 2.5. Next, 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 divided by 2, it's equal to 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 divided by 2, that's 2.5. 2 plus 4 is 3. And 2 plus 4 is 6. And 6 divided by 2, that is equal to 3. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 divided by 2 is equal to 3.5. 3 plus 4 plus 7 divided by 2 equal to 3.5. 3 plus 5 is 8 divided by 2, that's equal to 4. And 4 plus 5 is equal to 9 divided by 2, that is 4.5. Now, since we're going to find the mean of our sample means or sampling distribution, it is given by the formula sum of the sample means times the probability of our sample means. So this is now our sampling probability distribution for our sample means. We just listed all the possible sample means. We counted their frequency in table 2 and then wrote their corresponding probabilities. To solve for the mean of our sample means, we must first create another column that says to multiply the sample means and the probabilities. So multiply 1.5 times 1 times is 0.15, 2 times 1 times is 0.2, 2.5 times 2 times is 0.5, 3 times 2 times is 0.6, 3.5 times 2 times is 0.7, 4 times 1 times is 0.4, and 4.5 times 1 times is 0.425. Now, to get this mean of the sampling distribution, we just have to add everything that is in this column. So we add 0.15 plus 0.2 plus 0.5 plus 0.6 plus 0.7 plus 0.4 plus 0.45. The sum is equal to 3. Hence, the mean of our sampling distribution is equal to 3. Now, let's proceed to the variance of our sampling distribution. Remember that our computed mean is equal to 3. Now, the formula for the variance is given by the sum of the probability of the sample means times the sample mean minus mean squared. Now, first, for us to be able to find the sum of these formulas, we need to create a new column for our sampling distribution. So we need to create a column for x minus mean squared. So basically, you will just multiply the values in the sample means and subtract it by our computed mean and then square it. So start, 1.5 minus 3 is equal to negative 1.5. You square it, that's 2.25. Next, 2 minus 3 is equal to negative 1. You square it, that's equal to 1. 2.5 minus 3 is equal to 0.5. 0.5 squared is equal to 0.25. Then 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. 0 squared is 0. 3.5 minus 3 is 0.5. Square it, that's 0.25. 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. And 1 squared, that is 1. 4.5 minus 3 is equal to 1.5. You square it, that's equal to 2.25. Next, we need to create a column where we multiply the probability of our sample means times the computed x minus mean squared. So let's start. For the first value, we need to multiply 1/10 times 2.25. That is equal to 0.225. Next, 1/10 times 1, that is equal to 0.1. 2/10 times 0.25, that's 0.05. 2/10 times 0 is equal to 0. 2/10 times 0.25 is equal to 0.05. 1/10 times 1 is 0.1. 1/10 times 1.25 is 0.225. Now, we can now solve for our variance. We just need to add everything that is in the last column. So 0.225 plus 0.1 plus 0.05 plus 0 plus 0.05 plus 0.1 plus 0.225 is equal to 0.75. Hence, the value of our variance for the sampling distribution is 0.75. Let's proceed to the standard deviation of our sampling distribution of the sample means. So to get the standard deviation, which is just basically the square root of our obtained variance, which is 0.75. So you take the square root of 0.75. The standard deviation is equal to 0.87. Here are the computed results. The population mean is equal to 3. The sample means is equal to 3. The population variance is 2, while the sample means variance is 0.75. The population standard deviation is equal to 1.41, while the sample mean standard deviation is equal to 0.87. Now remember, the population mean and the mean for your sampling distribution of the sample means are always equal. I do hope you learned something in this lesson. Have a statistic amazing day.